Hey there, thanks for being here. Have you ever felt like your legs just aren't what they used to be? Walking up the stairs feels heavier, getting out of the car takes an extra second, and you think to yourself, well, I guess I'm just getting older. Here's the truth. That feeling is not just aging. And honestly, that might be one of the biggest myths we have been sold our whole lives. What is actually stealing your leg strength little by little starts with what you eat every single morning, or more importantly, what you do not eat for breakfast. Today, I want to tell you something most health articles never mention. There is a very common food if you eat it before 8 a.m. It could help slow down the aging process in your leg muscles by a full 10 years. I know that sounds like a big claim, but do not click away just yet because what I am about to say might be the most useful thing you hear this year for your own body. I have been doing this work for years. I have sat with so many people in their 60s and beyond. I have seen too many folks be told by family, by friends, even by themselves, your legs are weak, you are slow. That is normal. You are just old, and then they accept it. They go out less. They rely on others more. Let me be very clear. That is not normal, and you do not have to accept it. Before we dive in, I want to ask you one thing. How old are you today? And what is one thing you absolutely refuse to give up? Maybe it is walking around the park every morning, playing with your grandkids, grocery shopping on your own, dancing in your living room, whatever it is. Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and what you say helps me decide what to talk about next. All right, now let me give you a few numbers. Listen closely. The latest research in nutrition science has found that by simply adjusting your breakfast, people over 60 can do several things. First, they can preserve leg muscle strength and stability. Second, they can greatly reduce those painful middle of the night leg cramps. And third, they can lower their risk of falling due to weak legs by over 30%. Think about this. How many older adults do you know who suddenly get shaky when they walk, or who will not go far without holding someone's arm? Most people think that is just fate, but it is preventable. Here is what breaks my heart. So many people start every single morning doing something that looks totally harmless, but that same thing is quietly draining their legs. So let me ask you, is it possible that you, without even realizing it, are hurting your own legs every single morning? Do not answer yet. Keep watching, you will see what I mean. When it comes to breakfast, I see these mistakes all the time, especially in folks over 60. Mistake number one, skipping breakfast entirely. I am not hungry yet, or just a sip of water and then out the door to exercise. Mistake number two, just a cup of strong tea or a mug of hot water. Then you go downstairs for a walk. You think this is light and healthy, but your legs are not getting anything. Mistake number three, grabbing a plain white bun or a bowl of white rice porridge. You put something in your stomach, you feel full, but nutritionally there is almost nothing there. These habits look harmless. Some people even call this intermittent fasting or cleansing. They think it is good for the body, but your body does not see it that way. Think about it. You have just slept for 7 or 8 hours. You have eaten nothing. When you wake up, your body is in a state that experts call catabolic state. In plain English, your body has nothing left for fuel. So it starts breaking down its own muscle to create energy. And where does it go first? Your legs, your leg muscles are the largest in your body. They break down the fastest. That means before your day has even started, your legs are quietly shrinking. This happens every single day, and you cannot feel it happening. One study followed a group of older adults. They found that after just 8 weeks of eating the right breakfast, leg strength improved by up to 35%, not with drugs, not with crazy exercise, just breakfast. Let me tell you about a word. You may have heard it, you may not have. It is called sarcopenia, the medical name for age-related muscle loss. A lot of people hear that and think it is some kind of serious disease. It is not. It is simply the natural process of muscle loss as we get older. But here's the key. How fast you lose muscle is something you can control. And this is incredibly common, so common that most people have no idea they are already in this process. According to the data, among people over 60, sarcopenia affects more than 20% in some groups. But many people do not know they have it until they can barely walk. The scariest thing about sarcopenia is not how serious it is. It is that it has almost no warning signs. No pain, no fever, no feeling at all. It just happens day after day, slowly. One day you notice your legs feel heavier than before. Another day you need the railing to climb 2 flights of stairs. Another day you push yourself up from the couch with your hands. And you say to yourself, I am just old, that is normal. But let me tell you something. The old saying goes, you are as old as your legs. But having your legs age first is not fate. It is muscle loss. And those are two very different things. Here is a number that matters. If you do nothing, you could lose up to 13% of your leg muscle mass over 10 years after age 60. And once your leg muscles start to fail, they drag down a lot of other things. Your balance gets worse, you walk slower, you are more likely to fall, your bones get weaker. Your blood circulation declines, you gain more belly fat, and even your sleep quality and memory can go downhill. One large study specifically noted that older adults with poor leg muscle quality do not just have a higher risk of falling, they also have significantly more sleep problems compared to peers of the same age who have healthier legs. So your legs affect far more than you think. All right, we have laid out the problem. So what do we do before I give you the 5 foods that are true partners for your legs? Let me tell you a true story. There was a man, let us call him Mr. Chen. He was 68 years old, a retired engineer when he was younger. He could bike up hills. He climbed scaffolding on work sites. He walked with energy. He never imagined his legs would ever have problems, but about 2 years ago, he started noticing something when he put his feet on the floor in the morning. They felt a little unsteady, not solid. Like stepping on cotton, he did not feel sure of his footing. Going downstairs, he needed to hold the wall at night. He would get leg cramps that sometimes woke him up in pain. Then one day he tripped on his own doorstep. He did not fall, but it scared him badly. He said something to his wife that I will never forget. He said, I feel like my legs are not mine anymore. He did not have diabetes. He did not have arthritis. No doctor found any specific disease, but he started going out for walks less and less. First every day, then once in a while he stopped dancing altogether. His wife felt awful watching him. He did not just lose physical strength, he lost the feeling of I can still do this on my own. Later, he found a nutritionist. He made real changes. He stopped drinking strong tea on an empty stomach. He stopped settling for a plain bowl of porridge. He started eating a real breakfast. The right breakfast. 3 weeks later, no more leg cramps at night. 6 weeks later, he did not need the wall to go downstairs anymore. 2 months later, he was power walking 40 minutes every morning in the park. And he brought his wife with him. He told her, my legs are back. This is not a miracle. This is what happens when a body finally gets what it has been needing. And honestly, you can do this too. All right, let me officially give you the 5 foods. Number 1, eggs. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. A lot of people eat eggs but throw away the yolk. They only eat the white. They think the yolk has too much cholesterol and is unhealthy. That approach, it is such a shame. The yolk is actually the most valuable part of the egg. It has vitamin D, vitamin B12, choline, and an amino acid called leucine. That leucine is the trigger that turns on muscle repair. In simple terms, when leucine shows up, your body finally knows it can start fixing your muscles. One study found that older adults who ate 2 whole eggs every day for 8 weeks had significantly better leg strength and better daily function. Eggs also have iron that is very easy for your body to absorb. That iron helps oxygen and nutrients get to your legs more smoothly. A lot of older adults have poor leg circulation because they are low on iron, and vitamin B12 protects the outer layer of your nerves. When that layer is healthy, you walk more steadily, your feet feel solid underneath you, less floating. How to eat them every day. Within 1 hour of waking up, eat 1 or 2 whole boiled eggs. Boiling keeps more nutrients than frying. You can eat them with spinach or tomato for extra magnesium and antioxidants. Do this for 30 days. You will feel a difference. Number 2, oatmeal plus chia seeds. If eggs start the repair process, oatmeal is what keeps that repair going. Oats have a type of fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber lowers chronic inflammation inside your muscles. It also helps your muscles absorb nutrients better, and it stabilizes your blood sugar. For anyone over 60 whose metabolism has slowed down, stable blood sugar directly affects how your legs feel all morning long. Chia seeds are the hidden weapon in this combination. They have omega-3 fatty acids, calcium, potassium, and magnesium. These 4 together maintain normal muscle contraction and nerve signals. They specifically target those painful night cramps. Magnesium helps tight muscles relax. Potassium helps oxygen and nutrients reach the tiniest blood vessels in your legs. How to make it? 3 tablespoons of oats. Cook them with water or unsweetened soy milk until soft. Stir in 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. You can add a few slices of banana or some blueberries for sweetness and antioxidants. Eat it warm within 1 hour of waking up. So many of my patients have told me after 2 weeks of this, fewer leg cramps at night, and their legs feel lighter in the morning. What does that tell us? It tells us their legs are finally getting what they have been missing. Number 3, bananas. Honestly, bananas are this simple, this ordinary, but so many people do not eat them at the right time. One medium banana has about 400 milligrams of potassium. That is roughly 10% of what you need every day. So what does potassium do? It keeps the electrical balance in your muscle cell membranes. In plain English, when potassium is low, the signals to your muscles get scrambled, and that shows up as cramps, twitching, and that feeling of weakness. One study from Harvard Medical School found that older adults who got enough potassium had 33% fewer leg cramps compared to peers who were low in potassium. Bananas also have vitamin B6. That vitamin helps the communication between your brain and your leg muscles work more smoothly, so your walking coordination improves. You are less likely to trip. One important note: if you have diabetes, high blood sugar, or kidney disease, choose a banana that is less ripe, greener. Lower sugar, slower digestion. Eat it with oatmeal or yogurt, not alone on an empty stomach. That way your nutrition absorbs better and your blood sugar stays steadier. Number 4, high protein yogurt. Before I say this, let me share something that might sting a little. Have you ever heard people say, when you get older, eat light, do not burden your digestion? I understand where that advice comes from, but from a nutrition science perspective, that idea when it comes to protein can actually work against you. For people over 60, eating too little or eating too much plant-based food without enough protein is a very real problem. When you do not get enough protein over time, your body does not wait for you. It goes directly to your muscles and starts breaking them down for energy. That is not fear-mongering. That is real physiology. Current nutrition research says this very clearly: older adults do not need less protein than younger people. Sometimes they need more. I know a lot of people were taught that eating less is a blessing. That idea made sense back when food was scarce, but things are different now. So please take your protein seriously. And if you have a parent or grandparent who thinks this way, send them this video. Okay, back to the fourth food, high protein yogurt. I am not talking about the sweet yogurts with added sugar. I am talking about Greek yogurt or any high protein, no sugar added yogurt. A small cup, about 170 grams, has around 17 grams of high quality protein. That protein includes leucine, the muscle repair trigger we talked about earlier. It also has a type of protein called casein. Casein digests very slowly in your stomach and intestines. It releases amino acids little by little over several hours. Think of it like a slow-release repair system for your muscles. It quietly helps rebuild your legs all morning long. One study found that older adults who ate 20 grams of protein at breakfast, along with light exercise, improved their leg strength, reduced night cramps, and improved their balance within 6 weeks. Yogurt also has probiotics. These good bacteria improve your gut health, and a healthier gut absorbs leg-friendly nutrients better. So the effects add up. If you are lactose intolerant, choose the lactose-free version. Just be sure to avoid yogurts with a lot of added sugar. Sugar promotes inflammation, and inflammation makes it harder for your muscles to recover. Eat your yogurt within 1 hour of waking up. Add some blueberries or chia seeds. That one bowl gives your legs most of what they need for the day. Number 5, fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, all of these count. Everyone knows fatty fish is good for your heart, and that is true, but honestly, it is just as good for your legs. Maybe even more direct. Fatty fish contains EPA and DHA. These are 2 very important omega-3 fatty acids. They do 3 things for your legs. First, they improve how your muscle cells respond to insulin. That helps your muscle cells actually use the sugar in your blood. Second, they reduce the low-level chronic inflammation inside your muscles. That inflammation is a hidden enemy that quietly drains your leg strength over time. Third, they help your body absorb protein better, and that means your muscle tissue repairs faster. One study found that adults over 65 who ate fatty fish twice a week, compared to those who ate mostly red meat or no fish, kept 27% more leg muscle mass, and their risk of falling was 36% lower. Salmon also has vitamin B12 and vitamin D. These help your nerves and muscles work together more smoothly, so your walking rhythm is steadier, your feet feel more sure. How to make it very simple. A small amount of extra virgin olive oil, fresh salmon, cook each side for 3 to 4 minutes. Serve with steamed sweet potato or lightly cooked vegetables. If you cannot buy fresh fish, canned sardines are also a good choice. High quality fish oil capsules can help too, but if you can eat real food, choose real food first. If you have fatty liver or high cholesterol, bake or steam the fish instead of pan frying. Start with a small portion, and if you have any questions, ask your own doctor. Number 6, the bonus one, and this might be the most surprising of all: steamed sweet potato with a tiny pinch of natural mineral salt. I know what you might be thinking right now. That is it. Really do not leave yet. Let me explain. Sweet potato is rich in complex carbohydrates. After a full night of sleep, these carbs quickly help your muscles restore their glycogen. Glycogen is the direct energy source your leg muscles need to contract and push, and unlike white bread or sugar, sweet potato starch does not spike your blood sugar. Instead, it gives your legs a slow, steady supply of energy all morning. So that heavy, soft, cotton-like feeling in the morning, it gets noticeably better. Sweet potato also has potassium, magnesium, manganese, and vitamin C. All of these support your leg circulation, nerve signals, and overall leg function. Now, the natural mineral salt, I am talking about Himalayan pink salt or unrefined sea salt, not the regular refined table salt you see in most supermarkets. This natural salt has over 80 trace minerals. These minerals help maintain normal muscle contraction, restore electrolytes, and improve nerve transmission. One nutrition study found that older adults who ate a high-fiber breakfast with natural mineral salt for 90 days improved their balance by 41%, and their risk of falling dropped by nearly half. That is a number worth paying attention to. How to eat it: half a steamed sweet potato. Sprinkle a tiny pinch of natural mineral salt on it. Drink a glass of warm water alongside it. Eat this 10 to 15 minutes before your main breakfast. This step helps your body replenish its electrolytes first, and that means all the nutrition you eat afterward gets absorbed more effectively beyond what you eat. How you start your day matters just as much. These 5 morning habits take less than 15 minutes total, but if you stick with them over time, you will notice your legs feel different. Better morning habit number 1: after you wake up, drink a glass of warm water with a tiny pinch of natural mineral salt. This quickly restores the electrolytes you lost overnight. It improves your blood circulation and it helps prevent leg cramps. Your day starts right here. Morning habit number 2, do 3 minutes of leg lifts and balance practice. Lift 1 foot 5 to 10 centimeters off the ground, hold for 10 seconds, switch to the other leg. This looks very simple, but it activates your calves, thighs, and hip muscles. It also wakes up your neuromuscular system. It tells your legs time to start working today. Morning habit number 3, do not jump out of bed quickly. First, take 3 deep breaths, slowly sit up, gently roll your ankles and wrists. Let your blood circulation catch up. This reduces dizziness and that unsteady feeling when you first stand up. Morning habit number 4, go outside for 5 minutes of morning sunlight. Even if you just stand by an open window, morning sunlight helps your skin make vitamin D. Vitamin D is critical for calcium absorption and for healthy bones and muscles. Morning habit number 5, do not keep pushing breakfast off. If you are truly short on time, eat at least 1 boiled egg or 1 bite of sweet potato. That one small step is already enough to stop your body from breaking down muscle. From that moment on, your legs are being protected. Before you turn off this video, I want to give you one more simple method. It costs almost nothing. Every morning after you wake up, soak your feet in warm water for 5 minutes. I know this sounds incredibly ordinary, but here's the logic. After a full night of sleep, your leg circulation is at its lowest point of the entire day. Warm water quickly expands the tiny blood vessels in your feet and lower legs. It wakes up the nerve endings. They come out of their sleeping state. If you do this together with the leg lifts I mentioned earlier, the effects double. There are no side effects and it does not cost much at all. So many of my patients who tried this told me that after just 1 week, that floating, unsteady feeling in the morning was clearly better. Try it yourself. And then come back and tell me in the comments how it felt. Before we end today, I want to tell you something from my heart. For so many older adults who have watched their legs decline, what they lose is not just the ability to walk. They lose the feeling of, I can still do this on my own. It is the feeling of walking downstairs by yourself to buy groceries without asking anyone to come with you. The feeling of squatting down to look your grandchild in the eye and feeling their soft little hand in yours. The feeling of walking into the park without needing anyone's arm, with the sunlight on your face and solid ground under your feet. That feeling should not disappear at age 60. There is an old saying, when your feet are firmly on the ground, your heart feels at peace. Your legs remember every road you have ever walked. They just need you to give them one good morning. So starting today, starting with tomorrow's breakfast, 1 egg, a bowl of oatmeal, a banana, not complicated, not expensive. You can do this today. You do not need to be perfect. Just start before you close this video. There is one more simple method that costs nothing. And I want to share it every morning after you wake up. Soak your feet in warm water for 5 minutes. It sounds incredibly ordinary, but here's why it works. After a full night of sleep, your leg circulation is at its lowest point of the day. Warm water quickly expands the tiny blood vessels in your feet and lower legs. It wakes up the nerve endings from their sleeping state. If you do this together with the leg lifts I mentioned earlier, the effect is doubled, no side effects, almost no cost. So many of my patients who stuck with this told me that after just 1 week, that floating, unsteady feeling in the morning was noticeably better. Try it. And then come back and tell me in the comments how it went for you. If today's video helped you at all, I want to ask you to do 3 things. First, share this video with a family member, a neighbor, or a friend, especially parents or grandparents. They may be going through this right now, and no one has told them that this can be changed. This video might be the most practical gift you give them today. Second, save this video to your favorites or a playlist. That way you can come back anytime and follow along without having to search again. Third, drop a comment and tell me which of these 5 foods are you going to try first, or do you already eat something that helps your legs? Share it. You might help someone else who is looking for the same answers. I read every single comment. What you say might be the very thing that helps someone who has been struggling with this alone. Disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only. Always consult your own doctor before making changes to your diet or routine. If you are dealing with any health concerns, please schedule a visit with your primary care doctor. I am here to help you understand the science. Not replace professional medical advice. Take care of your legs. They are how you will walk into every good day that is still ahead of you. I will see you in the next video.